What's up, Docs Daily? It's Saturday morning here, and Griffin Murphy's a little under the weather, so I had to bring in these two knuckleheads here to fill in. They're like it's pitching chaos, except it's Docs Daily. Okay, I just got one after another. Some will be here longer than others. We're here on a Saturday. You guys know how we do this. Docs Daily's here Monday through Friday, 1 o'clock Eastern. Saturday is 11 a.m. Eastern. Don't forget, if you're new to Docs, you can get a free $60 account. Link is in the description of the video. Free $60 account. Use however you want on whichever handicapper you want. Craig Trapp, you could buy him lessons on how to get his shoes on off camera. You could get Raphael his premium plays. You could do whatever you want. Free $60 account in your account. All you gotta do is click the link below. I'm giving these guys I'm just giving them trash. YouTube premium members, link in the description of the video, starts $4.99 level 1. Easy as that. Level 2, $19.99. Indian Cowboy brings you all of that stuff every day. Lunchtime live, stuff like that. Premium members, $49.99. Craig Trapp brings you a video every day, 7 days a week with 3 plays. 3 video plays, not all his, but maybe one every now and then if we're lucky.
I'm leaving at 11:30 today just to record the Premium Plus play for today. It comes out between 11:30 and 12:30 every day. Obviously, Saturday we try to make it 11:30 since there's games at noon.
Yeah. And then Raphael, what do you got going on today at the website before we get too deep in? I like to let everybody file in here.
Actually got 2 horses races going today. Keelan has a Grey Cup, a Challenge Cup stakes race today. Really like the one horse that's in there. We could see this horse maybe in other future races. That's why I played it. I have a CFL play, a 5-unit college football play. Nothing on baseball besides tiers, probably like around 10 p.m. So I can't think what else I have today. CFL, no soccer today. Prop play in college football. So it's a full day, and I'm grading WWE Crown Jewel wrestling prop bets on the air. You guys can actually see me grade wrestling prop bets for 3 websites on the air live.
Woohoo! I mean, wrestling props. What is it? Will they use a turnbuckle?
I have how many Cody Cutters would be in this match? Under 2.5. Will Brock Lesnar appear? He has not appeared yet. So it's
what if Hulk Hogan came back from the dead? Is that a prop?
If he comes back from the dead,
but the Undertaker has to push him out in the casket kind of situation.
Iron Sheik better come out. The greatest Twitter follower of all times with the Iron Sheik.
There you go. Craig Trapp, what do you got going on today at the website?
I got 5 plays, 4 in college football. 7-unit top play of the week in football goes today. So if you get in, there's actually 8 plays between the NFL and college football between today and Monday. So get in on that. It's just $99 to get all of them. Or you can just buy the top play over the website, $30. They do have a smaller play in the NHL 2 units. I would highly suggest don't be going crazy in the NHL right now. It is madness right now. What we've seen so far. Wait till we basically get 3 or 4 games in, then you can start to see really where these teams are. People are betting what these teams were last year, and we see a lot of movement. So be careful in the NHL.
16 NHL games. Everybody plays today. 16
what
NHL
was the
games.
deal with no games yesterday?
Yeah, everyone plays Thursday. No one plays on Friday. Everyone plays
Thanksgiving. Hold on. It's Canadians' Thanksgiving Day weekend. It's Thanksgiving Day is Monday for them. So it's their weekend. It's their holiday weekend. So they line up everybody for the weekend, and then they give everybody time. They do it every year. You got to think about look how they measure. They use the metric system. They use kilometers. They're
They could have had the teams. They could have had the NHL teams in north of the border off, and the other. I don't know. To me,
look, you're not.
I love the CFL. The CFL at least has kind of figured out, like, hey, let's try to avoid playing against the NFL because ratings-wise, that's not going to be good. It's like the NHL could probably do themselves a favor. Guess what's not on Friday? There's no NFL. There was only a couple college football games. It would have been a perfect night to have. There's no NBA right now. It would have been a perfect night to feature themselves. And I know they don't try to
like a triple header. They should have had a back-to-back on ESPN or something like that.
Yeah,
but
2 games would have been all they needed.
You had Tiger Baseball that went 15 innings. How long that game?
I apologize, Lenny.
That's just bad. It is what it is. At both teams, I mean, I could make an argument neither team deserved to win. Both teams just hitting for the fences, swinging like they just playing hero ball.
Was it Robert was with us when he said that the reason why he didn't like Seattle to go very far this year, and you see it. They literally think it's the regular season, like you can just sit there and try to hit home runs to win games. That is not what wins in the playoffs. Every once in a while, you win a game because of home runs. Almost always, it's small ball, move guys over, and sometimes you don't even need a hit. What was it? The error that ended the Phillies and Dodgers game. Sometimes you don't even need a hit. It's like you force that by getting guys on base and moving them over.
Hey, bases were loaded at the end of that game, and I thought of that play right there, and I'm like, God, please don't let that happen to the Tigers. Please don't let us be in a record book somewhere for some dumbass play. Please don't let that happen. I was so thankful that he just hit a single. Like, that was a legit single, nice crack into the outfield. Kerry Carpenter didn't even bother to field it. He just ran right by it. He's like, all right, I'm out. Like, screw this, and you got to have more than one guy. Like, by the way, Kerry Bonds, he's going to officially change his name. He should. That guy, him and Tarek Skubal were playing the Seattle Mariners yesterday. The end. I don't know who else was on the field, but Tarek Skubal went his 6. Somebody says he should have pitched 7. To be clear, with all the AJ hate that he pulled him, Tarek Skubal pulled himself. He came out of the game at the end of the 6 and was like, okay, I'm good. Like, that's it. He can't go 100, 120 like everybody wants him. He's such a
What did he go the game before, though?
He uses everything all the time. He doesn't.
He only went 6 innings the day before his last start. He went 6 innings.
6 innings. He doesn't go like I think
some pitches though, wasn't it?
He's never went 9.
No.
His longest pitch count was the other day at 107.
Yeah,
that was the longest.
That's what I'm saying. If you come off 100 pitches the game before, it's like 97. You usually don't come back with 150 the next game. Like it's
right. Like as much as we would have liked to pitch 100 to 80 pitches.
CC Sabathia did that 1 year where he basically took the Brewers and said, I'm just going to pitch every day. He did that towards the end of that season. There's very rare pitchers, especially nowadays, that can pitch more than 100 pitches back-to-back starts, especially like 120, 130 like CC was doing back in the day.
Yeah, so, to be fair, that bullpen did its job. That bullpen did its job.
So does Griffin's sickness have anything to do with maybe the Cubs and Brewers playing today?
No, I think it has more to do with a wedding attended.
I know he had a wedding yesterday, but I didn't know if they were making a last-ditch effort to get to Milwaukee. And I mean, what's the over/under on percentage? Let's just say percentage of Cubs fans at that game. It's not far game. I mean, what's that? 4 hours?
Yeah, I'm going to say 70-30.
Yeah, I don't think
Brewer fans 70, Cubs fans 30.
Because Brewer fans are pretty diehard.
They are. But when someone offers you, 10 times your ticket price, the $150 tickets ends up being $1,500. You might go watch it in the bar next door with a bunch of.
Yeah, I mean that's the best spot anyway. Is at this end of the bar with the TV and a nice waitress.
I do like the Brewers. I mean, I'm guessing they're going to go Quintana and then Mesorasko Key.
Yeah.
Well, so they'll go like 2-3 innings each, and that'd get them to the bullpen. I'm sure they wish they had what's his name, Peralta, that they would have pitched him instead of game 4. They just would have saved him for this game because I really would like them to win easy. But I know you always
but the Cubs have hit Peralta his last 3 starts against him, so you really can't.
But at home with that juice would have been there. I just don't think that would have happened. But you always try to win. Obviously, you don't want to ever extend a series just because, weird things happen in elimination games.
How much money does the books have for the AL pennant or the AL championships to make the Toronto Blue Jays only a -125 favorite when they open it up? They should have been easily a -140, -150. I was talking to my friend Adam, who's the VP over at Boomers, the new sports book in Vegas. And he says they were just swimming with money with the Tigers going out, the Yankees going out, that the AL, he's like, we could have maybe made them pick them just to have us something to do on moving the series prices because we're such in a plus with that.
That's ridiculous.
Does Seattle have the home field?
No, Toronto does.
Toronto.
Or did they win by 1 game? Did they were up by 1 game on the season? It was close, right? Right towards the end that all those teams.
I don't think so.
Griffin's in the chat. He says he's alive.
What? Not faking it. No, he's not faking it, Craig. He's not faking it.
Hey,
that sounds like you're calling into school and like, I'm not faking it. I can't make it. You got to delay the test. Like Griffin Murphy is Ferris Bueller, by the way. Ferris Bueller's day off.
At his age, they've seen one championship at his age. So, let's be honest. At any age, any Cubs fans only seen one championship because you got to go back 70 years or 65 years, right? Yeah. So most people. And if the Cubs get by this, I don't think the Dodgers
had them by 4 games. 4 games in the AL. They had them.
I don't think the Dodgers are like just can't lose. Like, I know they've played really well with Clips, but I don't think it's like the Dodgers are going to win against either one of these teams. I think the Cubs or the Brewers would have a chance. The Brewers will have home field.
Yes,
if they win, so that would be a big edge. The Cubs would not. So that's correct, right?
Yes, that is correct. And the Cubs will have Horton coming back for this series because he was okay to come back. They tried to get him to come back for Game 7 and try to do some kind of written rule because of an injury, and Major League Baseball says nope, can't pitch today.
Can't make that shit up.
Yeah.
Hey,
this has been a great playoffs. Let's just be honest. It's been a great playoff so far already.
Great.
15 innings last night. You can't
were
you like Lenny at some point, Lenny? Were you like, hey, I've been bitching about this, the overtime, starting a guy on second base since they did it for the regular season. But last night, after about the 13th or 14th, I'm like, hey, maybe we put a guy on second base. Because I'm starting to think, dude, what? This goes 20 innings. They're going to run out of pitchers. They're going to run out of pitchers.
I started thinking that about the 10th inning, I say 11 maybe, when I was like, oh, they take Jack Flaherty. I go, we're okay. Tommy Canley, however you pronounce his name. I knew when he came in, we were fucked. I'm sorry, YouTube. I knew that right away. I knew we were screwed. I knew it. I was like, that's it. And not to mention after that, we didn't really have anybody. We were going to like some. You
might have to go to like a reliever that you have to say, listen, dude, you might have to pitch 3 or 4 or 5 innings.
Well, it might have been Casey Mize, who just pitched Game 3.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Or you got to go back.
Another team was in the same boat, so to be clear, it wasn't like
everybody's in the same boat at that point. We're just trying to see who screws up first. Somebody put it on Twitter. It was like the first pitcher to hang one up high. I thought
it would be a home run that would cost.
Yeah, me too. I was waiting for a home run.
Just one, yeah. And
I know a lot of people had the under in that game, and they were like, every time they get a guy on base, they're like, oh please don't hit a home run here.
No 2-run homer, please, no 2-run homer.
Right. So
for all the people that were texting I had the under in first 5 and over in full game, so it was 2-2. I'm like, all right, I could have used a 3-run shot right there.
I had the Tigers minus a half a run in the first 5 innings. And it's like, I knew when they gave up 1 run early, I was like, I ain't getting that. Because I was like, we're probably getting that. And then
they ain't getting a 3-1 in the 5th in that game.
The 6th, they hit the 2-run homer in the 6th inning, though. So it's like that 2-run homer would have came in the 5th inning, I would have won.
What the easiest bet was all damn year, though, was Tarek Skubal over strikeouts.
Yeah, he was.
And I
what do you have, 8 and 2 innings or 8 and 3 innings, right? Or 8 and 4 innings.
Yeah.
What was it like? Like that was.
Yeah, he sat down like he broke a record last night. He sat down the most strikeouts in a row or something like that. But I told Raphael yesterday, I'm betting outside the box. I didn't bet his over strikeouts in Game 2 because it was too high at 8.5. Now that it's at 9.5, I just ran right to it and bet the over 9.5. Let's talk some college football. Lenny by design. Yeah, right. Let's talk some college football, though. I don't want to talk about baseball.
Early games.
Still early.
Early games. So how about
Ohio State, Illinois, big game. How do we feel about that? Any thoughts on that, boys?
My Ohio State hater hat is on today. I'm going to be at the American Legion. I got invited by, it's I live in a little small town. Every other week I'm here, and other week I'm in Cincinnati. And I don't get invited much to the Legion on Ohio State days because they know I hate Ohio State. But they invited me today, I think, because they think they're going to win, which means to me, this is the game you play Illinois when everybody says they can't lose. Illinois. plus.
I don't know. I got a small play on Illinois team total.
Which Illinois team we're going to get? We're going to get Illinois that played against USC, where they were more physical and it imposed their will, or when Indiana just run up and down the field like.
Yeah, but we're talking apples and oranges with USC's defense and Ohio State defense. So I think that's the biggest key. We're not going to see
who was played outside of Texas though.
I mean
Texas,
we really don't know. They haven't played necessarily Texas. It's game one, so you kind of
okay. First of all, Grambling is a hell of a program.
Ohio,
the Ohio Bobcats.
They had to travel to Washington. I'll give them the travel game of going all the way to Washington, even though Washington's not that good of a game. But I'll give them the travel to that game, a time slot of that game as well. And then only holding them to what 6 was it 7 points, 6 points?
They haven't allowed a touchdown in 2 weeks, right? 2 weeks they haven't allowed a touchdown. I mean, if Illinois plays, Indian Cowboy always says this. Okay, how do you get an Ohio State cover? Okay, it's going to have to be lower scoring. They're going to have to run the ball, keep the ball away. Ohio State is, wide receiver. We all know that. I mean, their quarterback's 79% or 80% completion percentage. Yeah. It's like they can run the ball. It's like this is one of those games you're like, how do they lose? A couple years ago, Ohio State, it was more than a couple years ago now because Urban Meyer was there. They lost to Iowa, and it was similar difference as far as talent. So it does happen in college football. Penn State lost to UCLA last week, by the way, boys.
Yeah, I mean, that's why they play the game. But
UCLA had not won a game.
Morning, Fetty, what do you think about the over on TCU, Kansas State, also over UNLV Air Force? I like the over in that Air Force game.
It's coming down, so it's a 3:30 game, so I would wait. It's already moved a point under, so I think the more under money will come in just because the way Air Force plays.
Yeah.
So I would probably wait and see if you can get a better number.
How many does UNLV have to get? How many does UNLV have to get the over? That's the question. It's do they have to get 60? Because I think UNLV is going to win easy. So it's I don't know. Air Force has scored a bunch of points against Navy and who the week before? Was it Hawaii? No.
Hold on.
They've scored 2 big in a row, and that defense has been really bad. I just don't know.
They scored 31 against Navy and lost, 35 against Hawaii and lost, 37 against Boise and lost, 30 against Utah State and lost, and then they beat Bucknell 49-13.
This is the first UNLV home game for a while, right? It's
been
for a while, 3 weeks.
Since the UCLA game back September 6th. September 6th was the last UNLV game.
That is over a month to be away. Yep. So, and I heard now that UNLV's won all these games in a row, and people are starting to talk playoffs. Hey,
they are. I'm telling you right now, local media thinks that they're winning championships and shit.
35,000. I think they're going to have 35 to 38,000. At the game today, so I do think it'll be a pretty good atmosphere.
I could have went to today's game too, and
if Hawaii scores 35 points against Air Force, I think UNLV should have no problem scoring on that game.
Who does UNLV play next week? I thought they play a pretty a much tougher game next week. So it's okay, what does UNLV do if they're up big? That's the one worry I would have in the
Air Force at Boise State.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Boise State.
So this is one of those games. Be careful, guys, because if they get up 3 touchdowns early, they ain't gonna be trying to put up 70. They're gonna be hey, because that game, if they win that game, they will most likely go undefeated through the regular season. If you look at their schedule, so
and if they beat Boise State, they will be ranked. After that game too. If
they might be ranked after this week, yeah.
Well, they still have to play Colorado State in Colorado State.
They'll be favored every game after the
Boise. Yeah, they'll be favored after every game.
And then they play Nevada at the end of the year, which
they aren't the greatest defense. I will say that. This, for people that don't follow UNLV and you're just looking at this, they lost a lot. Dan Mullen's a new coach. Odom left to go to Purdue. Took a lot of guys left the program. This was a program that is. So it's just don't be shocked.
They wish they probably would have stayed at Purdue. They're probably mad that they went to Purdue.
Yeah, right. He is trying to change this program around. Like when you see him on TV and interviews, I mean, it's hard not to see him in
Dan
local
Mullen
media
won't be
around
there
here. But
next year,
he won't be there.
You don't
I
think so?
No. There's too many good job openings, and you can almost throw in if Auburn loses today, we could probably still see Florida opening up. There's going to be
Mississippi State. He won at Florida. Yeah. He's won in the SEC. Yeah. Another SEC job or Big Ten job will pull him away. Maybe he stays one more year because he likes the atmosphere and stuff, but he's not going to be there more than a couple of years. It's just, he's having too much success, and he's had a lot of success in his recent history, as far as in the SEC. So, what was the other game? It was the Kansas State.
That number moved to 7 too, by the way.
Yeah, TCU, Kansas State.
Don't you think Kansas State's the worst, or they're the best losing record team in college football? It's like every game they've been in every game.
That's an accurate statement too.
They could be undefeated. Look at they were in every game, including the opening game in Ireland, right? It was in Dublin.
Yeah, against Iowa State, yeah.
If they win that game, I mean, you just go down through. They were in every game, and it's just not worked. I mean, they did beat what? Was it Colorado last week, right? Wasn't that? Or no, that was
Baylor. They beat Baylor last week.
TCU. They lost to Baylor.
TCU beat Baylor.
And K-State beat Baylor.
TCU beat Colorado last week. Kansas State lost to Baylor last week.
By 1 on the last second field goal.
35-4.
Again.
Or 35-34.
Yeah.
Again. Right. I mean, TCU's beat Colorado. They lost to Arizona State. They beat SMU. I mean,
remember Arizona State? That was one that TCU is going to want back. They were up, I think, 14-0 or
they lost 27-24. Yeah, that was they fumbled. They let them back in the game. Yeah,
they fumbled and threw an interception in two of their last 3 possessions. And Arizona State's a really good team, especially when that quarterback's healthy. Is he playing today?
I think so.
No. Yeah,
nope.
That's going to be tough.
I thought you Hoover. Is that what we're talking about?
Yeah, they announced him last night that he wasn't playing.
Yeah, I thought he was out. That's going to be a rough spot. They depend on him pretty.
How do you feel about thoughts on Arizona State getting 9.5?
That quarterback we were just saying, they provide for him on everything, running, throwing.
I would run away from this one. I would run away from this one because if you said Arizona State gets housed because he's out, okay, I'd believe it. If you said Dillingham is one of those guys, the coaches, that if I know he's an Arizona guy, so I don't think he's going anywhere unless it's to the NFL. That dude can coach some football. I want to run through the wall, just listen to his press conferences. But it's a lot when you have to replace a quarterback like Raphael said, that not only passes the ball for a lot, his legs are a big part of the run game as well. So
I think he's the leading rusher for. I don't have it in front, but I think he's the leading rusher for the program as well.
It's close.
He's like the Patrick Mahomes of college football.
Someone said Scott.
Also, thoughts on Bama and Missouri. I'm torn on this game. I stayed off of it. I'm on the feeling of Bama is going to pick up some speed here, but then I'm worried that I still think of Bama with Nick Saban picking up speed.
Did you watch
Nick Saban's Bama?
Did you watch the Missouri-Kansas game? Like, that's the game that I wish I wouldn't have watched because Missouri was great in that game. And I thought at that time, Kansas was pretty good. We've since proven that Kansas isn't that great. They probably should have lost last week at UCF. They did lose the week before to my Bearcats at home, even though they scored, 40? That's a tough game. If they play like that, I think they'll beat Bama. But this is not Bama, Nick Saban's Bama that was like –
right.
And Georgia's not the Georgia that we've seen in the last few years. Like, pretty much you go down through the SEC, every team has a major flaw or weakness that on a given week they can lose. They
got the most ranked teams in the top 25 because of the SEC.
For a reason. Well, that's for a reason. They're all good. They're just not great. Like, do you believe Texas A&M? I think Texas A&M could be in trouble today.
You see, I beg different. I like Texas A&M at home. College Station's now College Station like a couple of years ago. I like this team, even though they didn't cover against Auburn a couple of weeks ago. But Florida, I like A&M this week.
If Florida plays like they did against Texas last week, they win. DJ Lagway just has to avoid the turnovers. He had 5 turnovers, right? Or they had 5 turnovers
against LSU,
and they still had a chance to win late. Imagine if they only have 2, they win the game. Now all of a sudden, what would this line be if they won that game? And they also lost to USF by the same issue, turning the ball over. And look, I think
A&M's defense is better than LSU's defense.
So we can see slightly, but I don't think their offense is as good. Like I think LSU has a little better offense.
But see this, ladies and gentlemen, this is exactly why I didn't bet the game. Because I agree with both of them.
Yeah, this is tough. I think the Alabama game's extremely tough, and I think this A&M game's extremely tough and that's why betting is fun when teams are like a lot, closer, because you can make arguments on both, and that as what handicappers is what we hang our hat on. Because if you think you have the edge and nobody else sees it, that's when you see the value.
That's fair. How we doing? Great day, 107, a lot of drinking. Also, Iowa State -2 seems like a trap spot. Iowa State.
My favorite handicapper that kind of taught me, broke me into the business 25 years ago, said after a team wins 4 or more in the NFL or college football, and they lose the next game, you bet against them against the spread. It happened with Philly this past weekend, or on Thursday, because what happens is you're like, oh, you have that, you want to like, hey, we want to go and never lose a game, and all of a sudden you lose a game, and it's like you kind of let your guard down. They are in the spot. They are in that spot. Even though I do like Iowa State this week, like that, this is a spot where you lose close one. Cincinnati, they let them get out early, and now you play an easier team, and the line's 2.5. Everybody in the public, I'm guessing, is on Iowa State, right, Raphael?
Nope.
No.
A lot of money came in at Colorado. I think you're correct on that. These people see how cruise control, but I think they think the players are going to play for Deion, who's had a rough week medically.
He is going to be on the sideline, though, I think.
Yeah, right? He will be on the sidelines this week. But I just think I think that's why the money has come in. I mean, this number should be a solid 4 when you kind of look at player per player, schedule per schedule. But a 2.5.
What if they won? What if they won last week at Cincinnati? 6.5. This line would be.
Oh yeah.
Maybe even 7. So to me, you get value. So I do like that as a handicapper. I keep going back to this handicapper that taught me, and he's like, dude, trust me, if you follow this long term, it works in the NFL way more than it does in college football. Because college football, there's less games, obviously, and bigger rosters. But I do think this is maybe a danger spot for Iowa State. Who do they play next week? Because the Big 12 is brutal. Every team is like, I really think outside of Texas Tech, I think anybody can be anybody any given day.
Yeah. BYU, Houston, Iowa State.
I think BYU's in trouble this week. I like Arizona.
BYU's in trouble this week?
I should have put this Arizona on my card. It was one of them that is probably the one.
That was my last scratch out, was Arizona over BYU. And the only reason why is because that BYU defense is pretty good. And I think that's what scared me off the. I'm like, you know what? I'll just sit back and watch this. And if Arizona wins, I'll just scream at myself in the mirror. If BYU wins, I'll pat myself in the back and say it to him.
Well, it comes down to BYU freshman quarterback. Can he avoid turnovers again? Because he's kind of done a very good job protecting the ball this year. That's a good Arizona team, and I think if Arizona wins this game, I do think Texas Tech is just they're a notch above everybody else in the Big 12. After that, fighting for that second spot, there's like 6 teams in the Big 12 that all can beat each other. And my Bearcats are one of them. I didn't think that would be the case. They're definitely in there. I think they're on a big letdown spot today, too.
If you like Arizona, I say, wait, we could see a 3. There's so much BYU money coming in because they've been on TV more. Everyone knows about the freshman quarterback. Everyone knows about their defense. For myself, if I see a 3, I'm jumping on Arizona plus the 3.
Although I'll tell you right now, BYU's defense is on a different level. I like BYU. I'll disagree with both of you here. Huh?
Who have they beat that had a good
offense?
I
don't care. Arizona,
East Carolina?
Either feel like they put their feather on.
East Carolina should beat Tulane on.
I get it, but East Carolina doesn't they don't win with their offense. Did you watch that game? It was like their defense they were great in the red zone. That's how they stayed in that game. Also, Colorado was extremely banged up that game. They let Colorado.
I like BYU. Team Mormon. Let's go BYU.
Team Mormon.
Hey, let's talk about this one. UCLA, Michigan State.
Oh,
I
think UCLA wins again.
Son of a.
I'm not saying.
Why would you knock a guy down?
Why you kick a man while he's down, Craig?
I forgot. I want to be honest. I forgot about the Michigan State thing, even though he had the hat.
Jesus Christ!
It was like It was like the knee-jerk
Give me
reaction.
a break here. It's already starting out to be a rough weekend. We already know the Chiefs are going to kick the Lions' ass on Sunday night.
I was just going to say pass on the game. I have no opinions.
When the doctor hits you on the knee,
appreciate you, Ralph.
The doctor hits you on the knee, and you have that reaction, and it's like your knee automatically reacts. He said UCLA, Michigan State. I was like UCLA. I was like, oh shit, I forgot he's a Michigan State fan.
Like I don't.
It's an early.
My hockey shirt. Baseball is dead to me.
Yeah.
Okay.
3:30
game. 3:30. It's a 3:30 game, so that's 12:30. It's a little easier for UCLA because let's be honest, they were probably
it's a 12 o'clock game. It's a 12.
That's a noon game.
It's a noon game.
It's a noon game.
Okay,
so
that
it's
does
9 a.m. West Coast.
That does favor Michigan State because they
There's
were partying
no reason.
Tuesday.
There's not a team on this earth Michigan State should be a touchdown favorite of, except for an Ivy League Cornell school. Okay. Other than that, that's it.
After Boston College,
so I don't like the points. Just bet the over, everybody. Just take as much over as you can.
After the Boston College game, every Michigan State team had to go, because Boston College was not a great team, and it was just like that game should not have been close if you're any good team. And I think it's hard to get that out of your mind. And let's remember, like DJ, what's his name from UCLA? I can't think of his name.
Oh, the former quarterback from Tennessee.
Yeah, what's his name?
I can't pronounce.
Nico.
His name. Yeah, Nico.
Yeah,
Nico is like
I'm a Laha. That's his last name.
Penn State couldn't keep him in the pocket. He would they just kept giving him. You have to keep this kid in the pocket. When he gets out of the pocket, he can really make guys miss, and I think his legs become a big part of this game. If they can keep him in the pocket, I do think Michigan State will win. I just don't think that's possible. Yeah.
They can't. That's why I bet the over at the end.
If you like the over, you mentioned Boston College. Take Clemson, Boston College over. Clemson
is Michigan next week. Is the Michigan State next week?
No.
It's a couple weeks, right? No. It's 2 weeks, maybe.
No. We play UCLA, then we play Indiana in Indiana. Yeah. That's wonderful. Yeah, and then we play Michigan at home. So Indiana, Michigan, Minnesota, Penn State, Iowa, Maryland. That's our schedule.
Very possible they don't make a bowl game. They lose today.
How many you need?
You got to be 500.
500.
To guarantee a bowl win. Sometimes they don't have enough, and they'll go to then it's real.
We
close,
can beat Minnesota, we can beat Iowa, and we can beat Maryland.
Iowa?
You're not beating Minnesota.
It's in Iowa. I don't know. We can beat Minnesota and Maryland.
More Minnesota than Iowa because Iowa has an offense this year. Finally.
Yeah, but I think our offense is
legit. You're going to see.
That's our.
I think Iowa this week.
You got to outscore everybody.
They're at Wisconsin, right? Iowa this week. I think Iowa. This is the. My former Bearcat coach, what's his name?
I don't know.
Coach Wisconsin, Luke Fickle.
Yeah.
Luke Fickle. Yeah. This is like
they have
the red slip in his locker for after the game if he loses. I just don't see it. I think he's a great coach. I think it was just a bad situation. To win in Wisconsin, you have to play a certain type of football, and he did not want to play that certain type of football. Now he's going back trying to play the run game and the defense, but it's too late. Now you have. He doesn't
have the players for it.
Yeah, now it's a bad fit. I think I was hoping he'd come back to Cincinnati, but with Satterfield doing so well in Cincinnati, unless he leaves, I don't think that's
all right. I'm way behind. Chat. Ohio State over, Oregon over. That Oregon game looks like it might be. I think that's going to be a good game. I think I'm going to be able to live
word in that one. If you like Oregon over, you gotta like Oregon. You have to think it's correlated parlay. If you like Oregon, you take the over. If you like the Indiana, you got to think it's probably a little closer, a little lower scoring.
I feel like everybody's going to be on Oregon though. I don't know what the money's at or where the money's at, Indiana. But I feel like that would be.
I like Indiana. I just think this means a lot more to Indiana than it does Oregon.
This is a lot to.
If this was a neutral site, I would say yes, I have Indiana. This is a track field where I just think speed kills on this one. I think Oregon speed would be
Indiana's
too much.
Indiana's just been so bad. I can't get it out of my head, though. Ohio State lost last year at Ohio State. The loss at Notre Dame last year. They just outclassed that Indiana team. Has Indiana improved? Yes. Is it enough to? I think this just means more to Indiana. So
I agree with you on that 100%. I think it means more for Indiana.
Granted, Oregon's win at Penn State doesn't look nearly as good.
No,
1 week later. But you still beat a team at Happy Valley at night is very tough. I don't care what their ranking is. So I do think that means going to mean a lot at the end of the year, no matter what. All right, boys, I got to get off here. I got to do the Premium Plus. So if you guys want to get on the Premium Plus, I'm going to give out 3. So it'll be one of my plays, might be one of Raphael. You never know. But it'll be 2 other cappers.
You never know.
Get in on it right here. So, all right, guys, thanks again for having me, Lenny. And
no problem.
Let's
have
go.
a great weekend, Craig.
Bye. All right, now we can talk we can talk now. You guys got a lot of feelings in the chat. I was trying to catch up with you guys in the chat. Scott B, Ohio State, Florida State, Michigan State, Miami, Ohio, Cincy, Mizzou, Oakland. This is a hell of a parlay, Scott. And
Craig could talk about that one because you guys know how I feel about
You're never going to get Raphael to co-sign on this, and I understand that. And then I also I kind of dig this one, just so you know. I love an alt line parlay. Like I'm a sucker for making my own number. Ohio State over 45.5, Miami, Ohio over 41.5, Miz over 45, Oregon over 40, Oklahoma. So you're basically just taking everything down into the 40s.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, you do you, Pikachu. I don't hate it. Great day. It is a great day. You got college football on all day. You got NHL on all day. You got a hell of a baseball game, Raphael. I'm going to be rooting for your Cubbies. I'm going to be rooting for them. I'm going to root for them. I mean, hey, listen, Milwaukee, first round exits. That's what they're known for. So this is when they do it.
I don't mind. Everyone says, "Oh, why do you like Milwaukee and all that?" I hate St. Louis. So if I'm going to go division per division, if we're playing the Cardinals, I'll be like, hell no, I don't want the Cardinals to win. But I won't be upset if Milwaukee beats us. They get the better pitching right now. They're at home. I mean, it is what it is.
Like, I thought we matched up well against Seattle. I'm not mad Seattle beat us. I'd have been pissed if it was Cleveland, but I'm not mad Seattle beat us. Seattle's a good team. With that, what I think is an MVP candidate with good pitching, solid pitching, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
But I think Toronto runs through them.
I agree.
Maybe a gentleman's sweep there. But I'll be probably finding ways to get on Toronto in that series. So, but I don't think Seattle.
What are the odds that Griffin is in the chat in bed or
he's definitely in bed.
You think he's in bed?
Oregon State gets their first win of the season plus money. Yeah, now this is where the NyQuil hit. See, this is where you messed up. You took the NyQuil instead of the DayQuil. So you're all jacked up on night. I'm all hopped up on Mountain Dew, Mom. Yeah, see, Oregon State against Wake Forest today, plus money. I mean, they haven't won a game, so how can they not be play? What would make me feel better about this play is if they were favored.
Yeah, they're getting +3 now. I mean, make sure you get the 3. I know there's 4 books that have 2.5, but those 4 books want you to hit the SGP. That's why they have 2.5. I've been saying this because I found out from a great source of mine. When you see 4 of the biggest U.S. books have all the same number, but the juice is a little bit high on the favorite and everyone else has a different number, they want you to hit that number and then hit that SGP with the total. So the Oregon State, Wake Forest, 4 of those books have 2.5. Everybody else, including global books, have 3. Why do those 4 books have 2.5? Because they want you to hit the SGP button. So be careful, people. That's all I'm saying. I mean, just be careful.
It's just like when gambling became legal more in more states and everything like that. I told everybody, be careful of those boosts they offer you. The promo, if they're advertising you, they're not saying, "Hey, we found a great way for you to make money for free. Here, come here. Just give us this, and we'll give you that." I mean, don't be naive about some things. Remember, fading. We used to have a guy in another show, in another channel, in another world, in another life, that would come in every day and give us I think it was DraftKings or FanDuel, but he'd be like, "This is today's boost in the NBA." And so we're fading the boost. We would just blindly fade the boost. and make money. And it was, so I just think that be careful what they offer you. Free. My mom used to always say, if it's nothing's for free in life. You know what I mean? Like kind of stuff. I got the over in the Brewer Cubs game. I don't hate that.
I don't hate that. I don't hate that either. I don't.
No. Unlike last night's game, I think if this game goes into extra innings, it's because we can't stop scoring runs. And
both these teams play small ball. Both these teams are not going to be swinging for the fences like we saw last night. Both these teams are going to walk, steal bases, move a guy from second to third.
Right.
So we'll see small ball runs in this game, not like last night's game where you said it correctly. But both teams were just swinging to try to make a hole in the roof last night, and we saw a very boring game.
Remember, Lenny Griffin said we need 20 likes in order to get a free top play, unless he is just giving us losers. We're missing 2 more likes. He's not. He's on fire. He's here, Peter. It would be a top play, but we blasted a winner last night. There you go. Pittsburgh versus Florida State, over under. Let me pull this game up because I had this circled, but I don't know if I actually bet it. I did not. So I'm a fan of Pitt plus the points here. But I didn't really I didn't bet it. But
this is one of the ones I took notes on it. This total opened up at 57. It's moved downward a little bit. Some books at 56.5. I was leaning towards Pitt a little bit on this one just because I thought the number was a tad high. But if I lean towards Pitt, it's one of the ones Pitt needs to keep this a low-scoring game if they want to hang around. If Florida State's angry from last week's game, then you probably lean towards the over because I think they could put a lopsided number on the board. So it all depends, Chris, on what you're leaning at. What's your team you think is going to either cover this game, and I think you'll have your answer for the total.
Yeah, I'll say I leaned Pitt, and they made a teaser for me over 6, adding 6 points to the 10.5 there, but I didn't. That was all I could use them for. I wanted to just bet them plus 10.5, just straight up on the side, but I didn't get to it. I put them in a teaser with the over with Michigan State and UCLA, and then I think BYU. I don't remember. There's a 3-team.
Griffin likes Edmonton tonight in CFL.
Yeah, we talked about. I think we talked about that.
Well, one thing about
earlier.
CFL, since I'm on here and I kind of like to throw knowledge on there, being a former bookie in Vegas and all that, during a college football Saturday, if there's CFL games, we slash their limits because they don't have time to move to look at a CFL number. So if their limits, I'm just going to guess this up. If their limit's 1,000, today might be only 500. So they're moving a game on a $500 bet. Then any other week could be 2,000 or 3,000. So be very careful when you see line movement in a CFL. It's not because they took a big bet. They took a medium-sized bet. They just don't want to deal with it and just moving it off a small bet. So be very careful with CFL on a college football Saturday.
I hit a nice I hit the under last night in CFL. CFL is, I don't say soft lines, but sometimes, like you said, number can move, stuff like I hit an under. This is the first under I bet in CFL all year, and it was driving me crazy. I was refreshing scores and stuff while watching the Tiger game last night. Normally
You went at homecoming last night? I thought that was homecoming.
No, listen. Oh God, it rained. It was raining here. Thunderstorm, lightning.
It rained.
The game was delayed like an hour and a half. My wife's calling me, FaceTiming me from the gymnasium. I'm like, I don't know. Tell you the game's in extra innings. I'm like, I'm not leaving. She's like, are you coming to this game? I'm like, I'm not leaving. I pulled the Wolf of Wall Street. I'm not leaving. And I'm like, this Tiger baseball playoff games. I'm like, I'm not leaving this garage. I'm like, there's no way. I got a little card table. Some of you guys are all fancy and stuff like that. I'm just a Midwest guy from the east side of Detroit, okay? I ain't got much. I got a card table, 4-person card table, folding card table. My buddies come over. We play cards. I got a TV in the garage, a garage and fridge full of whatever beer or liquor that somebody brought over. and left there. So if you want it, it's in the garage fridge. I don't know what to tell you. We play cards. We do whatever. Nobody was over last night. It was just me doing laps around this card table for 15 hours. It felt like. Anyways, Elks. That's my rant. Elks tonight over the Winnipeg Blue Bombers, 706.
I don't mind that.
The rotation number.
I don't mind that. I don't mind that play.
3.5. I'm betting it now.
Didn't someone say they like Archie Manning passing over 200 yards that way? That way I thought I saw.
Yes. Nick Mencken coming in here with free play for the chat on a Saturday. As soon as I can get this off. He likes going back to our Texas quarterback over 202 passing yards. See at the window. I love it. I love your enthusiasm. I will say that. Texas. I didn't bet this game.
I didn't either. I mean, you figured I'm sure Texas prepared for the Oklahoma quarterback because they announced that we talked about this last night. They kind of knew he was going to play, so it's not like they're going to be surprised. Like, oh my God, he's playing. So
right.
I'm just going to sit back and enjoy the game. If it's a close game, I can live bet it. But I can see. I understand how he likes Archie on this one. You need something. He needs a breakout game. Period.
Yeah.
I'm not saying a breakout game to win. I'm just saying, okay, if it's, let's say, a 28-25 game and he throws for 260 and 2 touchdowns and maybe they lose by field goal, that's still a good game for him. If you lost by field goal playing, so he needs that type of game.
Yeah, he doesn't have to go out and throw 5 touchdowns and then dominate by 40, 50 points. He needs a good outing with minimal turnovers, none on his part actually, and good drives. Start there. Good mechanics, stuff like that. Griffin is that our free? Yes, that's Griffin's free play for you guys. That's his play from the bathroom floor, right there. Edmonton Elks plus 3.5 over the Winnipeg Blue Bombers tonight. And Nick Mencken likes the Arch Manning over 202 passing yards. Nick is back. There you go. Georgia money line today from Scott B comes in here on Saturdays, blows up the chat, and hats off to you because I know you hit the like button. So you win all your bets today, Scott. But he's always got some just out of the left field kind of stuff. How do you bet Georgia here today?
You know what? If you're looking at Georgia Tech, make sure you get that evil half a point that's attached. Because it's 14.5 all week, and now it's pretty much 14. Virginia Tech has been playing much better since they fired their head coach. And again, there's a nice head coaching job that rumored the UNLV guy might go over to be the Bot Tech head coach. Wouldn't you want to go to an ACC team and dominate the ACC than go to an SEC team and be mediocre? But I understand Georgia Tech. I think they're the best team now, possibly in the ACC. But Virginia Tech's playing so much better now. So Georgia Tech wins this game. Don't get me wrong, but it's a big number for me to look at.
Okay, fair enough. Yes, that was it. Apple fireball shots last night. That doesn't even sound good.
Are you a shot guy? Well, I mean, I'm just asking.
I've been known to be one time to time again, but I'm more of a. So when I go to a Lions bar, which anybody that's in or around the Las Vegas area, you want to high five with Detroit Lenny. I will be at a specific bar this Sunday for Sunday Night Football. We're having a big tailgate. United fans of NFL will be there. All this stuff for the Kansas City Chiefs, the Detroit Lions thing, but they had to call Lenny and clear it with his people that he could attend. It was a thing. Normally, we do shots of Jameson for Lions touchdowns, but that has kind of killed me the last couple of years with the Lions offense being so potent. So we've narrowed that down to maybe a shot at halftime, or if we need a rally shot. Yeah, absolutely. But I'm like a Jameson. I'm a whiskey drinker. Like if I'm gonna sip on a drink, it'll be vodka and something. But I'm more of a whiskey guy, so I'm not gonna sit and drink, Jägermeister all night or shots.
See, I'm not a shot guy, but I have expensive taste. Like I rather sip on something. I rather sip something on ice.
Use a high class home.
I'm not gonna shoot something that's gonna cost me $20. If it's gonna cost me $20, I want to sip it and enjoy it.
I want to sip it. Yeah, I want to. And you know what? Not enough people enjoy the sipping of a good drink. The sipping of a good whiskey.
Yes.
Smell, I mean, like I'm not a wine drinker. I am not a wine drinker at all. But I can understand and appreciate how somebody appreciates the wine, right? The flavor, the smell. I appreciate a good bourbon, a good whiskey. Just, and I'm a sucker for Canadian whiskey. I don't know why.
Peter says he wishes he lives in Nevada. Florida sucks. They only have Hard Rock Bet. Peter, I do the Jacksonville Jaguars pregame show for their betting stuff, and there's other alternative ways to get action besides Hard Rock Day. Pretty much every radio station sponsors a book besides Hard Rock. I'm not allowed to say what they do on our air, but stuff like that. There's other ways in Florida, which I know gazillion people in Florida because I've helped them and sign up for different accounts to get better action. Because me and Lenny say this all the time. You need to have multiple books. It's just you right there. Peter just says it. It sucks if he wants to get down on action and one book is not providing it for you. That's the worst feeling of all.
And the flip side of that, living in Nevada ain't all that either, because all you guys have these DraftKings crazy stuff, FanDuel player props, same game, this, that. I don't have a lot of that. I don't have a lot of that in Nevada. I mean, I got Caesars, MGM. I'm missing somebody. Caesars, MGM, Circa, because I'm in Circa, or in Nevada. Stations, which is a local place, okay, like Red Rock, and then
Westgate.
See, I don't do those. I'm not a big over there anyway, guy.
Boomers.
MGM, Caesars, Circa, William Hill. I forget.
Oh, William Hill, yeah.
And
but they're Caesars. William Hill is still Caesars. Still,
they have still this. It's a different book. I got money on both books, so it's weird. Man, I wish I was in Nevada. No, you don't. But hey, last night though, thunderstorms, lightning, they had to delay the game. Jameson shots, love it.
I know people don't like to talk about other books outside of the United States, but there's so much. I don't want to say easier now to put there just because of all the crazy rules. I mean, here in the United States, pretty soon we're not going to be able to bet on college football prop bets. We're not going to be able to do a lot of stuff here in the States because of U.S. regulations. So I'm just throwing that out.
What they're doing to the teasers. I would do. This is a bucket list thing for me, right here. Is going to Ireland.
I agree.
And doing like a Jameson, like a tour of the distillery or something. That is like I hit the lottery. That's a dream vacation for me. Me and my wife have talked about that. Going to Ireland. Green teas for Lenny, Jameson, and Crown Mix. Listen, I'm not my wife will get me a green tea that's when I know that I've had too much, when she tries to water down my whiskey or limit Lenny. When the wife starts to limit my play, it's time for Lenny to go home. Don Julio, 1940, great sipping tequila. I'm not a tequila guy. Griffin Murphy, Nick Mencken in chat.
Love me tequila.
I'm not a tequila guy, but you know what? To be fair, I got sick on tequila like 30 years ago when I was probably like 18, 19, and it was probably cheap tequila, and then it's never been right ever since. Actually, I know exactly when I got sick. Quick story, 21 years old at a bar. We're doing shots, me and my buddies, and they give me a shot, and they go, here, it's your 21st birthday, do this shot. I was already half in the bag. Bam, I grab it, drink it. I'm like, oof. That's a four. And they're like, that's a four horseman. And I'm like, what the hell is a four horseman? It's Jack Daniels, Johnny Walker, Jim Beam, and
ouch,
Jose Cuervo. That's who it was. And I was like, who does that? I immediately went to the bathroom. And then there was a line for the bathroom, and I just kept going down the hallway and out the back door, and just whoof. I hurled like nobody else would. I was 21. So I don't like the whole tequila thing.
Hey, Pete, why can't I make a comment on here? It says I was trying to answer Peter's question in the comments, but it won't let me. So, Peter, follow me on X at VSI Doc Sports, and we'll hook up sometime over the weekend or Monday.
Yeah, dude, I don't know why. My wife and I named our youngest daughter Ireland. Oh, that's awesome.
Oh,
I'm from
cool.
Derry, Ireland. That's where both my grandmothers are from Derry, Ireland. Had children, never knew each other, had children, and then moved those children to America for them children then to meet and have me.
I just finished House of Guinness right now, so I really want to go to Ireland right now.
Oh, I haven't started it, but it's been a long week for Detroit Lenny.
Have you ever had? I have not had a Guinness in my life, so I have a good friend of mine that's taking me out soon to have my first Guinness. I'm not a beer guy. I'm not a beer guy.
Have it warm.
That's what he told me. I'm not a beer guy, so don't be in a chat. You're a wuss. You don't drink beer. Me and carbonation don't mix.
So I used to be a big beer drinker, and then I lost a lot of weight, and a lot of it was because I quit drinking beer just on a regular. Carbonation in general, no soda, no pop, no nothing. I drink
Scott
1 to 2, whatever, and a lot of Gatorade Zeros. No sugar, no carbonation for me at all. So I can't do any of that. But the beer, Guinness is like drinking a loaf of bread. A lot of flavor.
I've never heard that segment before. It's Guinness is. I'm gonna call my buddy after this and say it's Guinness like drinking like a loaf of bread.
Real heavy. It's a great meal. It's a great 1 or 2 and have a meal. But for me, I couldn't drink it all day because it sits so heavy and it's such a thick.
That's a great analogy.
Beer.
I love that analogy. It's like drinking a loaf of bread.
It's like drinking a really good, flavorful homemade loaf of bread that's warm. You just drank it. But this
Scott B, love your tequila choice right there. I love sipping on a tequila on a big glass of ice with lime floating around in there. Oh, that's a
what my vacation drink is?
That's a great day right there.
What's your vacation drink?
Oh, it's either old fashioned.
This is off the cuff right now. We're totally putting you on the spot.
Old fashioned with homemade simple syrup that I made. I love a brown sugar simple syrup. Oh.
So I got 2 vacation drinks depending on the climate. If it's somewhat tropical, it's a mojito. I don't care where I'm at. It's a mojito.
I like a Long Island tropical.
I'm a mojito. When I go on vacation, I wear vacation hats. I got a fedora on, big sun. Like I look like I'm already a retired mobster as it is. So, a mojito, you cannot go wrong with a mojito. And the first place
my wife loves a mojito.
First place I ever had mojito, I was on vacation in Puerto Rico forever, and I was sitting on the beach at a resort drinking a mojito after a long night at 5 a.m. And I was like, whoa, this is a great. I peaked. This is where Detroit Lenny's peaked. On the beach.
And Scott are like best friends right now. Old fashioned.
You guys are like, yeah.
We're besties, right? When I was in Costa Rica working all that, it was of course tropical because it was the heart of summer during Champions League soccer. I was drinking a lot of Long Island Ice because it was hot, heavy on the ice, heavy on the ice, crushed ice as well. Oh, so Costa Rica, I was heavy on Long Island, and yes, I worked in Costa Rica.
So I'm not a beer guy neither, but Guinness. So I've had this Jameson and ginger ale, and somebody else turned me on to it. It's almost like so you do the Jameson like cream, whatever creamsicle one, mm-hmm. And then on ginger, it's like you're drinking, it's like you're drinking the old creamsicle ice creams from the ice cream truck. And you
like a push-a-pop almost?
Like a push-a-pop. Thank you. I couldn't think of the name. Yeah, I'm telling you, it was too good. I was like, when I need to drink those is when I'm next to a pool somewhere when it's hot. I could sip on that all day. And, whatever. But I'm more in my old age. Maybe I'm just more of an old sipper, stay off my grass.
Yeah.
Kind of situation guy. But, all right. That's our time. Football starting. Kickoff is starting. Now I want to drink. I got lots to do today. So
I can't drink today. I only drink on Sundays during football season. Thanks a lot, Chad.
I'm not drinking today because I got a long here's my day for tomorrow. The tailgate starts at 2 p.m. I have to be there because, I'm on the board of directors here for the fan club here in Vegas. So I got to be there at 2 o'clock for the tailgate. It starts at 2. And that goes to the game time. And then, I'm going to start that at 2 o'clock. And then I got all Sunday night for the game. And then hopefully I'll be alive on Monday night. You guys are all welcome anytime. Come over to Ohio.
Field trip.
Field trip to go see Scott B. We got to swing by, see Pete. All that. Probably check in with who else was in here earlier? Nevada Maverick. Well, he's probably in my neighborhood anyway. Good luck unless you're against us. We'll see you Monday. We'll be back 1 o'clock Eastern. What do you got going on at the website? Tell them where they can find you, all that good stuff.
You can find me, of course, over at Doc Sports. You can find me on X at VSI Sports. Please use all my social medias if you have any questions or concerns or line movement, because don't forget, I was a Vegas odds maker and I'm still a global odds maker. So I have a lot of inside scoops on stuff on that. So you can find me on all social medias, TikTok, Instagram, X, and, of course, DocSports.com.
That's right. What Peter said right there. Remember, good luck unless you're against us. Take care, folks. We'll see you on the next one.